Yeah. Hello, sis. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me today. Hello,
Very well.
everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are all over the world. I welcome you to Nigerians Awareness. My name is Abisola Oshoteku. Yes, you know what? I call her Sister Tolu. So when I say Tolu, it could be sounding odd. So just bear with me. Bear with me. So today, thank you, sis, for joining me. I really appreciate you for doing this with me. You know, for the record, you are actually the first person I will interview on this program. I have other programs that have interviewed a couple of people, but on this Nigerians awareness, you are actually the first person. So I really appreciate you. You break the record. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me, to do this. The purpose of this video is actually, to all Nigerians out there, both in diaspora and Nigerians living in Nigeria, to actually, to give us that awareness. Of course, we know before, but sometimes we need to be reminded, as a citizen, that we cannot leave our home shattered, you know. So that is what this program is all about, where all the diasporas will come together, and the people in Nigeria as well will come together, and make a difference, because I believe we can't be screaming change without us being involved. So that's what this YouTube, because this video will be going on YouTube, that is what it's all about. So it is a great pleasure having you, Ma. Thank you so much for joining me.
You're
Please,
welcome.
please introduce yourself to our audience, please.
Okay. Thank you for having me, Sister Abby. Um, well, Abby. my,
Abby,
name,
yes, please.
my name is Tolu Shonubi.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining me.
I'm
Yes,
happy.
yeah. So since this is about our wonderful nation, our our country, Nigeria, back home, so I just want to ask you, both of us were, we are the diasporas, and we are living in UK. I just want to ask you, how long have you been living in abroad in general?
Um, Off and on, I would
Mm.
say about 22 years.
Wow, wow, 22 years. I'm actually in July, I will also be 21 years. Wow, over 2 decades.
I know.
Decades, over two. Wow, that is awesome. You
Yeah.
see, do you see why we should do this?
Yeah.
It's good when, and you are comfortable here because you love what is going on here. And that is what this program is all about. So have you ever visited Nigeria since you came to abroad?
Oh, yes. Several times. Yes.
Hmm.
My
Yeah.
intention is to go every 2 years.
Wow, I
Uh,
like that.
it hasn't been possible. Well, with the pandemic and all, it hasn't
Hmm.
been possible. But yes, yeah,
Hmm.
I've been.
You've been, that's good. So I would ask you, before you came to abroad, what were you doing in Nigeria before you came to abroad?
Okay. I taught for a while. I was a teacher
Oh,
in
that's good.
secondary school for a while,
So it's
and
been in the blood for a long time.
then
That's hmm.
with a family of teachers. My dad,
Wow.
some of my sisters, me. So yes,
Wow.
I do enjoy it, and I've been in human resource personnel. They call it in Nigeria, personnel management.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good. It's good to hear that. So I'm glad you said you intend to go every 2 years, or you do go every 2 years. So whenever you traveled home, were you impressed with things you're seeing? What were your, view? Are you happy, like, oh my goodness, this is getting better, everything is nice? Or otherwise, what are your experience? Were you impressed
Well,
anytime you
I
visited?
wouldn't really want to dwell on the negative.
I like that.
I will say um, positive, negative. There are some things that you see, you feel, okay, so Nigeria, we're improving as well because we have the ability, the capacity to. And there are certain areas where you think we're better than this. We should bargain than this. There are some things you see and you feel, this is not so good. So it's, well, both ways, positive, negative.
Okay. Yeah. Is there any example that you're free to talk about? Anything you've seen that you don't like, or I know we don't want to do on the negative, and that is what this program is all about. You know, we want a way forward.
Yes.
Enough of, it's not good, it's not good. We want a way forward. Yes. Is there anything you can mention that maybe you've seen that you think, this could be done better? Is there anything that you can mention?
Let me start with let me say, I don't want to dwell on the negatives, but because it's a known concept all over the world, the corruption, where everyone, even regardless of what they're doing in their jobs, everyone expects something from you before they do their jobs, before they do what they're paid to do, what they're employed to do. They feel you have to, money has to exchange hands first before they do that. If you're going to give them anything, if you're going to tip, it should be a voluntary thing.
I love that.
You're expecting someone to tip you first before you do your job, that you're living or the salary on that. No, you shouldn't do that. So I don't want to dwell, like I said, I don't want to dwell on that. But the positive side, Nigerians are very resourceful, very enterprising. The thing is, with the way the country is, well, we do know, they'll say, okay, the government is not doing this, the government is not doing that, but we can't rely on government to do everything.
I love that.
Find Nigerians doing things, as much as they're capable of doing. I'll give an example. When I was living in Nigeria, I had some hairdressers in Alade Market, Allen Avenue.
Wow.
Then some of them were hairdresser apprentices. They're very young ladies. Now, each time I go back, I have been watching their growth. But they're still working there because the owner of the hairdressing salon has left Nigeria. She now lives in America. The salon for her. And they're very good. They were well trained. They're so very good. Cutting hair, styling, weave on. Nigerians, we don't have half measure. There's no half measure when it comes to fashion. So they're quite good with. And these ladies, like, they were young then, but now they're managing, and now some of them have their own salons as well.
I love that.
Their own. And they will say to me, although it's not in Allen Avenue because they can't afford it, but they have theirs in different places, maybe Agege, maybe a Solo, where they can afford, where they live. And they're married, they have children. I actually asked one of them, I said, so when you're at work, who looks after your child? She said, oh, my neighbor takes them from school. I pay my neighbor. In the morning, she has children. She said in the morning, I'll give them their breakfast quickly. The school bus, I pay for the school bus. And they always find a way in Nigeria. So this is what I like.
I love that.
They're very resourceful. They're trying to make do with what they have.
Yes.
And every Nigerian is very ambitious. They want good things.
Yes.
So some of them work hard for it. And that's one thing I like about Nigerians. Wherever we are in the world, I must say Nigerians stand out.
God bless you. God bless you. I love that word, stand out. We always, wherever Nigerian cannot be in one room and you will not notice.
Yeah.
We have our way of, like, here, you will notice us. So it's such a heartbreaking thing to see the way things are at home, with our leaders, the government and all that. So that's why you know, this program, I tell you, at the beginning, I was actually like, can I do this? You know, can you start talking to people and all that? I will not tell you, I have this dream years and years, over, let me just say over 5 years. And all what I get from people, both here and home, is, don't worry. Do you think they don't know? Do you think it's this? Do you think it's that? And I was like, okay, when we fold our hands and not doing anything, then we will remain the same. We cannot be doing things same way and expect different solution. Well, yes, something different. We have to do things different. You know, this video, I don't know who can watch it. You know, when they hear from you, from me, what we are saying, and so many other people that will be bringing on this program, you know, I'm hoping this is the purpose of this video, that people will start changing their mind. They will start thinking about home. We can't sit here and be comfortable and think, well, they should sort themselves out. No, it is our home. Home is home wherever we are, wherever we are, regardless of where we are living. Home is home. You know, during the NSAS, I will not lie to you. For days, if not weeks, I cried, I was shaking, I was like, oh my goodness. And that tells me, regardless of where you are, home is home. You will feel the impact when something is not going on right.
Yeah.
And that is what this program is all about. Have you ever wished to, like, you know, to be, sometimes maybe when you look at what you go through here we do practically everything ourselves. You know, you do your cooking, you do your washing, you do your this, you do your that, you raise your children yourself. Have you ever thought like, I wish I'm home, I wish I'm in Nigeria? Does that ever cross your mind?
Not because of work or anything you go through, but you know, like they say, permit me if I speak you, but
yes. Miyoko.
You know, there are certain things, the way you're familiar with Nigeria, anytime I go back, as soon as I get to Moritala Airport and I come down, you have this sense of,
yes, I love that. Yes.
Feel it straight away. And I blend straight away because
I love that.
My home, you know. So I really love it. The difference between here and there, it's because here, to me, I would say the fact that there is security. But however, where Christians will say God is our security wherever we. However, there are little things here that, you know, you can get up by 12 midnight or any time of the day and feel, okay, I want to travel from Dartford or London to Ham to Manchester, driving. You're not afraid that anyone is going to throw rim or put
exactly. I love that.
Going, you know, things like that. When you come in from, maybe you've been out and you come in at night and it's pitch dark, you come in, you tap on the electric switch on your wall. Everywhere is illuminated with lights. Same in our country. When I was growing up in Nigeria, we had all those. Wow. We had pipe-borne water. You the tap, water will come out. No, now it's not like that. Those kind of things that sadden me about. We are more than that. I mean,
in fact, honestly,
yes, all over the world. You see Nigerians in America, in England, here, in Japan, name it, all over the world.
All over the world.
The top.
Yes.
Top profession.
Yes.
More than that. Everyone knows. When they see Black people, they know Nigerians. They can tell Nigerians apart.
Yeah. Even when they see Black people, other Africans might be a little bit jealous on this level that I want to say. When they see Black people doing well, they will ask, are you a Nigerian?
Yeah.
They will ask you, you know, because things we do here, oh my goodness. I wish all that is happening at home, or we all take it home. And that is what this program is all about. All those things we are doing here, that we are we better their country, you know, we should start thinking of bringing it back home. You know, yes, we should start, you know, start bringing it back home, because you and I were involved in voluntarily work here. You know, we do so many things here that we should start thinking home. We can't fold our hands anymore. No, we can't do that. And I love the part you said, when you get to Muritala Airport, you know, that's like, oh, I'm home. And I felt the same way whenever I get to Nigeria. And, you know, at the beginning, you can't really get it, but that tells us that is home.
It
That is home. You can't go on holiday. You know, when you go on holiday, maybe to America, you come back to UK, you might not really have that relief. But the moment you step into Muritala, even despite the fact that some of us might be in denial of it, we feel like, yes, I'm going home. I tell you, whenever my husband is traveling home, he will not sleep. He will be awake throughout to get into that plane. He will not even bother to sleep. You know, it's like we look forward to it. And that should tell us something, that even we are comfortable here.
Yeah.
Attached. Part of us is still attached to home, which is Nigeria. Part of us is still attached. So we cannot fold our hands anymore and let things continue to be the way it is.
That's true. I agree with you.
Yes, we can't.
Because if I would say something, you see, the reason why places like United Kingdom, America, why they are the way they are and so good is because of all the people, of the diversity, the different people there, you know, contributing to the development of their country. A lot of Nigerians, I always say, in medical profession, for instance, when you talk about consultants, in United Kingdom NHS only, if all the Nigerians in NHS in England, if they decide to down to, they say they're going on strike. And I'm talking about doctors, I'm talking about non-clinical staff. If they decide we are down tooling, we're going on strike, NHS will feel it.
Exactly.
They will feel it. NHS
in
will
a big form. Yeah.
We look at the art sector. I always talk about that. We have the likes of Chota Ejiofor, Adeoye Lowo, Sophie Okonedo. We have them, top actors. We have directors. We have producers, Nigerians, all over the world.
All over the world.
Thinking sometimes when I watch some films on TV, I'll give it to Nigerian art sector. They are improving. They're doing fine.
Yeah.
We have some new kids on the block that, yes, are
doing great,
trying, making an effort. However, we have all these brains abroad contributing to Hollywood films also. They can just try and do something in Nigeria. Change the way things are, change our scene. I think sometimes the government or all the other people in Nigeria, they don't allow people to bring in new ideas. Nigerians should start encouraging Nigerians to bring new ideas, to, you know, to develop our country, to develop different areas. For instance, very passionate about that, because when you compare, and this is not, when you compare the level of education we had in Nigeria when we were growing in primary school, in secondary school, I'm telling you, Abby, you cannot compare to what they learn here now. We were taught well in Nigeria. We were taught very well in Nigeria.
Well, I agree with that. Yes.
You know, when it comes to...
Though things are changed now, things were terrible now.
Yes, they're terrible now. But you know, in those days, now they have a lot of universities in Nigeria, so that you can't even count. What I've learned in the field of education is that although every parent, maybe some parents will want their kids to go to university, but in this part of the world, it is not everyone that will go to university. And the fact that you haven't been to university does not mean you're not going to be successful.
Exactly.
The field.
Because you have the support.
You have the support because you have the skills.
Yes.
Abilities. Okay, let's look plumbing, for instance. You know, all the people that are builders in United Kingdom, most of them builders, they didn't go to university, but they're on top of their game because they have the skill, and then they'll be technically trained to do that.
Yes.
You know, we also need to focus on technical training as well.
Yes, and we're losing that. We are seriously losing that now. And in fact, you know, I don't want to go off the track, because what you just said now, I sent you a video just to watch. That is a technical school, an engineering school, you know, and is it Ado Ekiti, and he's running down and he's terrible. And I look at, when I was watching that video, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you know, so we're still going to come to that. Now, sis, in your job here, let's go into your profession here now. You're still teaching, am I right?
Yes.
You know, in your profession here as a teacher or an educator, what age are you you know, teaching, or what will I say, lecture or whatever? What age group?
Further and higher education. So from age 21 and above.
I like that. So do you get support from your, you know, the school that you're working with? Do you get a support training? And how often is that?
All the time, because because that's the only way that things can go well. That's the only way that you can understand how to reach out to who you're teaching in class. You know, so you have to have like constant training, constant collaboration with other tutors like yourself, you know, see what is working, what is not.
I love
if you
that.
Have 20 students in class, for instance, not all of them will be of the same ability. So what you want to do is to make sure that each one of them, none of them is left out in the classroom.
Love that. I love that.
You have to carry all of them along, and they are of different abilities. So we're trained to be able to relate with students of different capabilities. That no one.
Thank you very much. I love that. How to relate with students of different, you know, ability, because you are able to do this through training. It's no longer about your certificate only. It's about you being equipped. Like, okay, the children or your students will not have the same mental capacity. So how would you be able to cope with the one that is not up there and the one that is actually highly intelligent? So you are being trained. They don't just leave you. After all, you have the certificate, you're a teacher, you should be able to do it, you should know it. But you are being given that skills, that training, like, okay, this is the issues on ground. And I will tell you, Sister Tolu, growing up was tough for me, academic-wise. When you say the Olodos, the dollars, I will probably be a champion among them.
No, there's no one like that. Let me just, before you
exactly.
No one like that. It just means that maybe they have not realized your area of interest. It doesn't mean that
is where your training comes in. That is where your training, my training comes in. But back home, they will go like, you don't know it anyway. And, you know, I struggle, even as a secondary school, I could not read properly. And I didn't receive any support. And I was going on like that. I struggled, but somehow, anytime I come across maybe my classmates that are good, they kind of empowers me. I don't get that empowerment from my teachers. I get it from my friends, because somehow I'm very close to because I look at people who are well, you know, educated, or my mates, they are well intelligent, they are brilliant. I just want to be their friends. So that means at the time as a child, then there's something within me that is hungry for that knowledge. But the adult wasn't available. My teacher was not available. My teacher couldn't see that.
Yeah, to draw out the skills, the competence inside you, because it's there.
It is there. We can see what I'm doing today, you know. And when I came abroad after 2 years? No. After 4 years, I decided to go back to school. I tell you, I did 8 modules and I got 4 distinction. 4 distinction. And I could not believe it. The day I wanted to do my presentation, I was shaking and my tutor then is like, Abby, you can do it. She gave me that support. It's like they make me feel so comfortable to just carry on. And anytime I write something, I'm very comfortable. I was a mother then. I have 2 sons already. I was a mother. I was working full time and I was also studying. So they saw that hunger in me, and and they all came together just to support me.
Yeah.
And today, here I am. Of course, I am still improving. I'm still working on myself, but I'm not the same Bisola of those years.
Yeah.
And it's because, carry on, please.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just going to say, but let me say, in Nigeria, although the kind of support we're talking about that you get here, although teachers they don't get it, maybe even sometimes they don't know, they don't even pay them their salary. So
yes,
they're not focused on teaching. They're looking for means to, look after their own families. Some of the teachers in Nigeria, I will say, they are very competent.
They are.
Very skilled.
They are, but I will tell you something, it probably because some of them get discouraged, or few of them are not being checked, because sometimes, something crossed my mind that, they have too much students in their classes.
Yeah, true. Sometimes, yes.
So if you have about 200 or more in your class that you need to deal with, you don't have an assistant, it will be difficult for you to actually do what we're talking about now.
Yes, and have that one-on-one, one-to-one.
That one-on-one, even here, you might not even get that one-on-one here, but because they've put a system in place that will help you to, be who you want to be. So actually, I'm really enjoying this. How are you feeling so far? I'm really enjoying this. I was thinking maybe we should have a break. Should we carry on? We should have a break.
Let's just carry on.
Okay, I love that. I love that. So now, you are a teacher, you are an educator, it's a tutor. That knowledge, that skills that you have now, how can Nigerians back home, the Nigerians living in Nigeria, how can they benefit from your skills, from this that you have? If you have the opportunity to do something now, to go there, what you have now, how can they benefit us back home?
One thing that is always on my mind is that the idea of further education here, the way we have further education, that people would maybe go to college, and from college maybe they will be in apprenticeship with big companies, like they could be with Mercedes. A student that has identified from secondary school that they do not want to go to university because they don't think what they want to do, unless they need to go to university for it. However, they need to have a certain level of skill to be able to do that. They need to be educated to a certain degree to be able to do that, have a kind of qualification, like in Germany. This is kind of system they're trying to do here now. Hardly would you find them not qualified or educated to a degree. So my intention is that I want to see a Nigeria in the future, a Nigeria where going to university is not the ultimate. But a child that is very skilled, that feels, I want to be a sculptor, or I want to create furniture, I want to do this, that they're very skilled in carpentry work. Let's like colleges where they will still be teaching them mathematics, they will still learn English, so that they will be able to express themselves. They will be able to even take their business, international if they have to.
Yes.
However, that skill that they have, it's still being, it's still being harnessed. For instance, maybe if we have a large furniture company in Nigeria, they can be affiliated to that school, to that college, and then have students in school, and then they'll have periods of internship in that organization.
Yeah.
And they will train, they will be producing furniture, they're training, they're in school, learning in school, and they're doing the practical aspect of it, learning that. And that way, they can be established when they finish. Likewise, all the other organizations, we have all the oil companies, we have people who want to be in engineering, they can start from go,
do the apprenticeship,
this organization, you're still in college, be an apprentice there, and that's how they'll develop. I think that will help a lot in Nigeria, because what we have is a lot of people finish from universities, different universities. There are no jobs, nothing. But even these organizations, because they know these students, they have worked with them, they have trained them.
Yeah.
They will say, okay, because you're trained with us, we know you, we know you, you will on the lowest level, and then you through the ranks.
Yeah. I love that. Do you know many of our carpenters, the mechanics, the plumbers, the electricians, all these wonderful skills, many of them just want to be an Okada rider now.
Yes.
Or Uber.
Yeah, because in Nigeria, they don't look at them as they feel
they are not being respected.
They're not doctors, they're not lawyers, they're not, so they feel, but those skills that really, really can hold the country together.
I love that. God bless you, sis. I love that. They can hold country together, because we need these people. Yes. We need them. We need those skills. But now, you will find it difficult now to actually find a mechanic and all that, because we go to Nigeria probably twice a year. So that dream you're talking about, twice a year, is just because of this pandemic that, we kind of toned down a little bit. It's over a year now. We went to Nigeria last year, myself and my husband, last year, January, but usually go twice a year. We try to just, since I have this dream, I've been thinking, you can't say you want to do something and you are not going. You have to go and see what is going on. So sis, that dream, you can't keep it on hold anymore. That is why I am here. People should send me. Let us go together. Let us curate that time.
Yeah.
Let us curate that time. We can't hold back anymore. The future is here now. We are having it now. Let us start thinking, because sometimes we think about millions of we going to do it, millions of how, in terms of money now. We think of, I can't afford it. Who will support me? You know what, sis? We will start doing what we can, even to use the facility of the school, or go somewhere and say, okay, we have this. Can you help? Can you do this? So that dream, we are not holding on to it anymore. You are doing it. We are going home. We do it. Whatever we can do, we come back, we go back, we come back, we go back. We are not longer staying again. We have to constantly going home and be doing and this is lovely. You and I, we are not together sitting beside each other, but we are converting.
Yes.
We are communicating together. So even over your Zoom, and you gather somebody, you are there, you put things in place, you are there, you visit in person, and you have a message you want to pass across to them, you can just be on the video and you are still imparting millions back home.
Yes. Yes.
And I want to use this opportunity to just say to parents, especially the parents that are living in Nigeria, please, we have to change things. And we, not just Nigeria, here in diaspora, enough of us putting ourselves down. You cannot put that carpenter down. You cannot put those mechanics down. all those people who are making lives easy for you, you can no longer be putting them down. Their skills are important. You know, these are the skills that makes life better. And as my sister quote here, that those skills can actually bring a whole country together. So
Yes.
when you are saying to your child, you're going to be carpenter, you're going to be this, and they will say it to that child as if those people who are doing those jobs, they are worthless. No, these are skills that here we pay them thousands to do those jobs for us.
Yes, absolutely.
Thousands. So we should start value what they are doing. You won't go to your mechanic here now and just talk to them anyhow. You will take your car back home. You know, so those skills, we value it here. So this video, honestly, I can't stop. I will continue to do this. And it's not about the video alone. We start putting it into action now. That thing says that you have in mind, when we go home, we will get ourselves together. How can we make this happen? We can't talk again. No more talking. It's action now. We can't just continue to be talking. So sis, thank you so much. I love what we have been saying so far. We are rounding off now. So sis, if you have the opportunity to talk to the teachers or Minister of Education, what would be your advice? You've been teachers for years and you are still teaching in this country. What would be your advice for them, please?
For the Minister of Education, I will simply say...
both the teachers. Okay, sorry, go ahead, please.
For the Minister of Education, I will simply say to them, listen to the teachers. Because even here, this is what we find. Some, teachers will complain that the Department for Education, the people there, the MPs, they don't listen. They just feel, okay, this is the law, this is what we want to do. And then they keep changing the rules, they keep changing laws which would not favor the students because they are at the receiving end. That's Nigeria. The Minister of Education, they need to listen to the teachers. They need to talk to them. They need to have meetings with them and dialogue and ask them, how can we carry this thing forward? How can we make it better? Because the teachers, they have fantastic ideas. They do. They need support. They need, clearer governance, and they need more collaboration with government to be able to do it. And for the teachers, I will say to them, they shouldn't forget their first love, because to be a teacher, it's something, you choose it. You choose to be that, and you have that love in your heart to do it. It's not an easy job. It's not for everyone. But the teachers, I will say to them that they need to keep hanging in there. What them to that profession in the first instance, they shouldn't be discouraged in Nigeria, irrespective of what is going on. And they need to be there for those children. They need to bring out the expertise, the competence, the excellence in each of the children. They shouldn't write any child off. They shouldn't look at a child and feel you cannot amount to anything. There is nothing like that. Every child is fearfully and wonderfully made by God. And they achieve greatness. So the teachers need to bring out those skills in them.
I love that. And also, I want to address the teachers here, people like you and me in early childhood educators as well. People, all teachers out there, our teachers, all the diasporas out there. I'm saying this to us now. Those skills, many say I go home, when I traveled home, they can't let us do anything because you have to get the government approval. Yes, you have to get the government approval. But I'm saying to you, is because we want to go on shortcuts. We can't go on shortcut because here that we are living, we don't do shortcuts as well. If you want to help back home in Nigeria, let's do it properly. And that is what this platform is all about. Let's talk. Let's talk. Email me at nigeriaonelens@gmail.com. Let's talk. Let's come together. Contact me on YouTube, whichever way you want to contact me. I will be leaving my details at the bottom of, the YouTube. Let us talk. Because if you're a teacher in America, Canada, wherever you are, all these teachers, we can do Zoom like this. Start, the skills you have here, the training you have here, you can actually, for free, let the teachers come and listen to you. Let them come and listen to you, how you have been doing it and you have been successful. Sis, the way you are being taught that, okay, the children that, that they are not, that needs a little bit of help, how you are able to help them. All these teachers, let us start teaching them. That if you put it out there today in Nigeria, that teachers, free knowledge, I'm sure many of them will be interested to just listen to us. How they can improve.
Yes.
How they can improve. So don't say, does that mean we will go there to go and be teaching or whatever? You might not do that.
Yeah.
But what the skills you have here that is making you to be that best teacher, that best educator, we can do Zoom like this, and thousands could listen, log in, listen.
Yeah.
And we can go to school, a whole school, go to school to school. Those are the things I have in mind. Go to school, do Zoom like this. They sit and listen. That you don't really need government approval to do that, because you're actually empowering the teachers just to tell them, okay, if a child have this particular challenge, this is what you do. Let us start bringing that back home. And also, what is stopping us in doing it right anyway? Have an NGO where you go, you support teachers. Let your mission just be for the teachers, equip the teachers. Because I said, Ross, many people might not like this. The government that we have now, they are actually portraying the little bits of us, the way we are in the country. When you train a child properly, sis, there's something I learned here. There was a day during this pandemic, my daughter's school, they've put things in place where to pass, if you're coming where you will go, exiting where your way. And these parents want to take the child to where, coming section, how will I put it now, pathway. And this daughter head on to her mom and said, no, that means the teacher have taught them that you don't go this way. When you're going home, you go that way. And she head on to the moms and tell the mom, no, you go this way, you go this way. That is the power of the children you are teaching. When those children are being taught properly, we are building a good government in future.
Yeah.
When those children, when we empower them, when the teacher have the great knowledge, when the teacher knows what they are doing, they are well equipped.
Yes.
Those children of ours back home, we are creating a great government in the future. That wonderful government we are hoping to have, we are building it.
Yes.
That is how powerful you teachers, we teachers, that is how powerful we are. When you teach those children that you have to respect your mom's driver, your drivers back home, the carpenter, all those domestic staff, that you have to respect them. When teachers are putting this in these children, they will go home and start correcting their parents.
True. Okay.
That is how powerful those children under your care as a teacher.
Yeah.
That is what you can do. When you start putting those positive things in the mind of those children, that is what you can do. We appreciate you of choosing that career of being a teacher. It's a great career, and we appreciate you. You are powerful. You actually make us to who we are today.
Yes.
Teachers are behind it.
True.
Best, whatever you want to talk about in this world, teachers are behind that knowledge. So I just want to say to every teachers out there, you are wonderful. You are doing a great job.
Yeah.
So let us continue doing it. And back home, the teachers, please do not give up. We are coming. The teachers in the diasporas are coming to start, imparting lives. So, sis, in 5 minutes, we round off now. I just want to say thank you so much. In a quick form, what would you say to our youth in Nigeria that want to just travel and stay, permanently, or anybody in Nigeria that just want to come and stay permanently? What would be your advice, please?
Right. My main advice would be, the only way I would say, if you want to leave Nigeria, if you're leaving Nigeria and you're heading abroad, the only way is if you have a job, you've been offered a job, and you have real stay or like legal
permits,
yes, legal papers, legal standing in the country you're going into. If not, don't think you want to come and just stay here and be doing odd jobs. And no, you're better than that. Nigerians, you are better than that. Whatever you have, whatever energy you have, try bit by bit in Nigeria. I know things can be hard, it can be challenging, but stay in Nigeria, rough it out, and you'll be someone to be reckoned with in future. Do not think you want to come here, because you are the future of Nigeria. We are all the future of Nigeria.
Yes.
If living, taking our skills and continue to develop England, continue to develop America, where Nigeria keeps losing out on important people, on school people, it's not going to help us. Our country is not going to get better. So please, 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 do not, unless you found a job here that's legal. If you just want to come here and be doing odd jobs and be at risk even of being caught and sent back home, don't even bother. That money that you want to put together and pay for someone to come here, start something bit by bit in Nigeria.
So we Nigerians, what you're saying is we should stop just running. If you want to come abroad and you don't have the right documents, that is why many are staying 30 years, 15 years. It could take you 10 years to have a resident to actually settle. If you don't have the resident before you leave Nigeria, it could take you years to build yourself here. Don't, where are we to say no for you not to come here? No. But if you manage to come here, even when you have that opportunity, maybe you have your residency, especially people who are going to Canada's or all that, because mostly they will have their permanent residency before they go. Please, let's think home. As you are working, as you are growing yourself, developing yourself, start thinking of home as well. Don't just be like, I don't want to go home. Start thinking of home. Start thinking what you can do to start doing those things. Remember, those things that you don't like when you left. Start thinking of how you can change it now that you are in a better place, of you have better knowledge, how we can change it. I will not tell you not to leave Nigeria, but start thinking home. Don't go that I'm going and that's it. I don't have anything to do with Nigeria. And finally says, what would you say to Nigerians in diaspora? What would you say? What advice would you say to them? What should they start? What should be our focus now?
I would say Nigerians, for those of us who still have the love of Nigeria at heart, because some Nigerians will say, well, I don't want to go back to Nigeria. I haven't missed anything by not being there. For those of us who still have the love of Nigeria in our hearts, let's be patriotic. Let's talk positive about Nigeria. Let's focus on the good things of Nigeria, and let's think about what we can do to support Nigeria, to help Nigeria, to make Nigeria better.
Thank you so much. And also, you can also volunteer. Here we see, though I have heard of nurses, doctors that will go to Nigeria maybe in a month to go and help in health sector or whatever. But I tell you, once a month is not enough. I don't know if you are involved in sanctuary, they will do a whole, sanctuary is just where the homeless go and all that, and we care for them. If you're a teacher out there, we could come together as a group and group ourselves. If you go, you spend, let's say a group of 20 go this week and spend just 1 week, 2 weeks, that is powerful.
Yeah.
And go to schools to volunteer, show them, show the children, show the teachers. You are just there to go and assist for those.
Sorry to interrupt you. There's a group of clinicians from abroad go to Nigeria. They're called Doctors Without Borders.
Yes. So we should all start doing that, not just the teacher, not just the doctors, the nurses, no. And 1 month is not enough. Yeah. Imagine we thousands, in diaspora, we are more than thousands that are teachers anyway. Imagine thousands of teachers come together and we have a rota. You go this week, spend your own time, or 2 weeks, spend your own time there, do whatever you want to do, come back, another group goes. I tell you, our education sector will be powerful, strengthened. You know, you get what I mean? So let us start thinking of home. Sis, it's been a wonderful 50 minutes talking to you. I really appreciate you. Thank you for doing this with me. I really appreciate it. And I'm hoping, you know, this will impact life. You know, we all should start thinking of home. Thank you so much. And I wanted to say, because of the time, let me just say, if you want to change one thing in Nigeria, what would that be? Just a quick one.
To change in Nigeria, what would I want to change? We should all think about Nigeria in a positive light.
In a positive light. I like that. Yeah. Thank you so much, sis.
Yeah,
have a wonderful day, and God bless you. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Bye for now. God bless. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. I'm coming. Yeah, would you say yes? You want to receive an email of me? Yeah.